Although an acting career can be good for your pockets, it might hurt your self-esteem, and Jung knows all about that after being coined Korea's ugliest actress. Lee-dong, who stepped into the entertainment industry in 2005 when she appeared in the comedy show People Looking for a Laugh, has had it anything but easy these past few years. Her struggles have little to do with progressing in her career and expanding her line of work, but they are mainly centered around her appearance and the image that was created for her over the years. Lee-dong is mostly known for being part of SNL Korea. She joined the program in 2012 and was a cast member in 8 seasons. Even though this has obviously been her most consistent type of work, it hasn't always been beneficial for her public image. This is especially the case when it comes to how she's perceived appearance-wise. In South Korea, the beauty standards for actresses and women in general are already pretty brutal. Usually the public wants to see women with pale skin and slender bodies, and not to mention that their faces are expected to look nearly perfect. That being said, Lee-dong doesn't necessarily fit these harsh beauty standards, which is often only enhanced by the roles that she's given. Her skin is more dark-toned, she has a wider nose, and she doesn't have double eyelids. All of these things are seen as less appealing when it comes to traditional Korean beauty. As a part of the SNL Korea cast, she obviously has to prepare comedy-related skits. However, it's become very obvious that all the roles that she gets further emphasize this idea that she's seen as unappealing. She often plays the role of unattractive single women who are mocked for their appearances. To strengthen this idea of unattractiveness, she's oftentimes put in horrible outfits that do quite the opposite of accentuating her beauty. They don't stop there though, because they make sure to also give her the worst hairstyles, and as the cherry on top, they put her in makeup that doesn't fit her features at all. In one of her past SNL skits, she was even dressed up as an older man since she had to poke fun at a presidential candidate. Since she's already not considered to fit the extreme beauty standards by the general public, all these unappealing additions only make the public perception of her worse, which is why she has come to be known as Korea's ugliest actress. It's remarkable that this has now become her brand, since not only SNL Korea tries to brand her as this unappealing woman, but other variety shows play into this as well. For example, when Lee-dong appeared on SBS's variety show My Little Old Boy, she played the role of an angry mother. Although this time around she wasn't necessarily put into an unappealing outfit, there were still some negative aspects associated with her character, such as having bad traits. If she doesn't get to play the unattractive single mother, she gets the part of an angry mother, and so on. Of course, she doesn't have to agree to play these characters, but since it's become her expertise, it's unsurprising that she decides to do so, regardless of how her public image might shift because of it. The damage that these skits have done to her reputation when it comes to beauty became very visible when people saw pictures of her out of the costumes. It's an understatement to say that people were taken aback to see that she's actually a pretty good-looking woman when she's not put in the most awful outfits. A decent outfit and proportionate makeup can do wonders in actually enhancing your beauty. People were especially surprised to see how youthful and blemish-free her skin is. Even though Lee-dong turns 41 years old this year and is a mother of 2 children, it seems like the aging hasn't taken a toll on her skin at all. Lee-dong's lengthy career in SNL Korea hasn't only harmed her public perception when it comes to her looks, she's also been under fire for taking part in making offensive skits, which made her receive tons of backlash. On December 3rd in 2016, Lee-dong was acting out a parody segment that was supposed to be an imitation of veteran actress Oh Meg-dong, who is very well respected in the South Korean film industry. During this skit, Lee-dong was dressed up as Aang-dong and competed against Hwasa from Mamamoo in singing Baek Ji-young's Like Being Shot by a Bullet. During the song, the word chest is mentioned, and right after this happens, Lee-dong says, "Whenever the topic of chest comes up, I feel ashamed. I don't have a chest to hold." As a response, her co-star An Young-mi said, "Not having a chest, I can personally relate to that." It's safe to say that these 2 lines left a very sour taste in the mouths of everyone who witnessed the skit. The problem with the segment was that at the beginning of 2016, Aang-dong was actually diagnosed with breast cancer. As a result of this diagnosis, she had to get her right breast surgically removed. It's understandable that in this context, such as a skit, it's highly insensitive, and viewers immediately made sure to let SNL know that. They voiced that SNL had degraded and ridiculed Aang-dong's serious condition, which obviously is very out of pocket. Since Lee-dong was the main actress in the segment, her agency immediately released a response to the situation. The agency explained that Lee-dong was actually unaware of the fact that Aang-dong had undergone surgery for breast cancer, and that the skit became controversial unintentionally. They wrote, "She is sorry to have caused trouble. Jung Lee-dong has sent an apology to Oh Meg-dong." SNL Korea then further explained the situation, letting the public know that Lee-dong's character was a combination of Aang-dong and Kim Yong-dong, who created the Anti-Corruption Act in South Korea. They further confirmed that Lee-dong wasn't aware of Aang-dong's situation by saying, saying, Jung truly did not know Oh Mang-nan's personal situation and said an ad-lib to fit the content of the broadcast segment, which caused a misunderstanding. Lee-dong also issued a personal apology and said, I'm so embarrassed to say this, but it's my fault for not knowing her situation. I should have studied someone thoroughly before impersonating them, but I overlooked it. She acknowledged her wrongdoings and apologized to the person she hurt and all the other people who were affected by her reckless actions. Aang-dong herself actually acknowledged this situation and let people know that she accepted Lee-dong's apology. She said, people could be like that sometimes in order to deal with this world. I told her that I understand her and I wished her good night. Despite the apologies and all the attempts to let people know that it wasn't intentional, the damage had already been done, considering that jokes definitely have to be checked before they are broadcasted. Lee-dong's journey has been quite extensive so far. Her passion for comedy and acting already started when she was going to school. She obtained a bachelor degree in theater and film from Seoul University and even decided to join a master's program, but then dropped out to actually do some practical work. Her career as a comedian officially started in 2008 when she was recruited as one of MBC's entertainers. Of course, we've mostly gotten to know her through SNL since she became pretty famous for swearing a lot in the show. In 2017, she took a break from SNL and started acting in one of her very first dramas, Borg Mom. In an interview, she revealed what all of this meant to her. When leaving the cast of SNL, Lee-dong said, in the case of SNL Korea, I had been on the show for nearly 6 years, so it's like part of my life has suddenly gone missing. She explained that starting a career in comedy didn't go as smoothly as people think. She revealed that she made the decision to become a comedian because sitcoms were trendy at the time and she really wanted to try it out. However, things took a turn when it turned out that sitcoms weren't as popular as she initially thought. She said, but for a while, I guess they weren't as entertaining as I thought they would be, and they disappeared for a while in the entertainment industry, so I had no opportunity. Lee-dong also confessed that her biggest dream was actually to be an actress, but that this wasn't possible for her since she wasn't as young and pretty, so finding roles was a lot harder for her. Eventually, she realized that she can also entertain people by letting them have a good laugh. She explained, comedy is also a form of acting, and I felt a sense of accomplishment and joy when people around me said I did well and laughed at my jokes. Since Lee-dong has had quite a few roles that make her look less appealing, it's natural for people to ask her if she's ever embarrassed to portray a certain character. To this, she responded by saying that she's not bothered by it because she'd much rather make someone laugh than that she's too embarrassed to act out the scene. Lee-dong has been on the right path to branch out a little these past few years. She's been appearing in more dramas that make her shine a lot brighter. For example, she appeared in the KBS drama Hello Me as a very successful plastic surgeon who has always excelled academically. She's also been praised for her roles in the film Anemone, A Fairy Tale for No Kids, which was released last year. The film is a black comedy which got listed in the prestigious Ubuddy International Fantastic Film Festival. However, even in some TV series, directors like to further feed into this already existing idea that she should play the roles of unappealing women. For example, in the 2021 drama titled So Not Worth It, she plays the role of a dorm cleaning lady who's kind of like a grandma. Hopefully in the future, Lee-dong will get the opportunity to show us what she can do without having to be turned into a caricature. That was the story of Jung Lee-dong. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye!